Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with two of the best in the business.
Let's get it.
We got my man, my boss, Mr. Emmanuel Acho in the building with those non-prescription glasses on. We also got the man that introduced the hoodie to the football uniform. The college football video game needs to compensate this man because I be dripping my players out because of what he does. I'm saying, come on now. I'm saying, I'm talking about a Green Bay Packers legend, Mr. Jayden Jones in the building. Fellas, how we doing tonight?
Doing great. James Jones in the building. Jay, don't leave me hanging, big dog.
If anybody got anything to say, that's my dog. Give me some money for my hoodie, man.
They need to. They need to.
We just saw an incredible game. So much to talk about. Care Bear, what's on the menu, baby?
On the menu tonight, we got football galore. We're back in it. Thursday night was incredible. We saw a matchup between two incredible teams, but we got to talk about what team might be now the NFC favorites to go all the way to the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the Green Bay Packers. How good are they really, and are they the Super Bowl favorites to make it from the NFC side?
I'm going to start, Jay, because you might speak with some bias, former Packers, always Packers legend. I believe the Packers have taken that Super Bowl step. And what I mean by that is last year the Packers played the Eagles very close, if y'all remember. I think that was a 12-point game in the playoffs. But this year you've seen the offense, they've taken steps. Josh Jacobs, he looks more comfortable. Matt LaFleur, he looks like he knows his players better, thus he's more comfortable dialing it up. Second quarter, third quarter, he absolutely took over. But most importantly, defensively, they've taken steps. Nixon out there at cornerback, McKinney out there at safety, plus the D-line. At the point in which a number 13 overall pick in Van Ness is coming as the third pass rusher behind Micah Parsons, behind Rashawn Gary, that's when you know you're doing something right. And don't let me get started on them linebackers. Don't let me get started on them linebackers. Don't let me get started on Quay Walker and them. So when I think about this Green Bay Packers team, I think they've taken that Super Bowl step because they're young, they're athletic, they play aggressive, they play angry, they have a lot of depth, and defensively, everybody is looking to run, hit, maim, kill, destroy. That's the caliber of football that wins chips.
So, we opened up the season with the Detroit Lions. Where were they at last year? Lost in the divisional round?
Yes, sir.
The Commanders, where'd they go?
NFC Championship game.
They went to the NFC Championship game.
That's a good point.
So week 1 and 2.
That's it.
In the NFC, the only team we ain't seen is the team that went to the Super Bowl. And that's the Philadelphia Eagles. And our team was not like this. And we took the Philadelphia Eagles to a pretty good game, too, and we ain't play our best football. What do we need, Acho? Nothing.
Ooh.
Nothing. Help. I was coming into the season like, you know what? I'm worried about our secondary. I'm worried about. I'm watching our secondary today. Where was Scary Terry? Where was Debo?
They look good.
It was lockdown. They look good. And they know the pass rush is coming, so now they can sit on routes. We don't need nothing. If we stay healthy, the Green Bay Packers will be in that game.
You know what's crazy, though? What's crazy is this. Last year, I thought the Packers were ready. And I think teams are usually 1 year behind what you think they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, last year, I was like, oh, Jordan Love finna win MVP. And I'm like, you know what, Acho, you were probably a year too soon. Because Jordan Love looks like he'll be in those conversations this year. And truth be told, Micah Parsons' presence allows Rashawn Gary to eat. Micah Parsons' presence allows Van Ness to be more fresh, so it allows him to eat. Micah Parsons' presence will allow Quay Walker to be more dynamic. Like, the presence of Parsons also enhances that defense. And Nixon at cornerback. I'm like, wait a second. When they lost Jair, I was like, come on now, Jay.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Come on now, Jay. It's going to be tough. Nixon's supposed to be a return man. Like, I voted for him as All-Pros, a return man a couple years back. But he is showing himself to be, I won't call him a lockdown corner and go so far, but a high-level corner. You know what I'm saying? Scary Terry did nothing tonight. Deebo Samuel, he did some things, but he worked on the inside, breaking tackles. He didn't make legitimate damage. These Packers, they're a force. I will tell you my reservations after you go again. I'm going to tell you my reservations.
And the score was 27-18, but that wasn't the game.
Yeah.
I think this game right here with the Green Bay Packers, what they just did to Commanders, we forgot how good Jayden Daniels is. Jayden Daniels is like that. The Packers just made the Washington Commanders that were in the NFC Championship game last year look regular. Look really regular. The defense was dominant. They were moving the ball at will. Coach LaFleur was a step ahead of their defensive coordinator all game long. They had no answers for the Packers, man. The Packers look really good. Not biased, none of that. They look good, and I don't really know what else they need. They don't need nothing else.
The Packers, to me, they have a top 5 defense.
And they were a good defense last year.
They're a good defense last year. But if you got a top 5 defense, plus a top 5 offensive mind, plus a quarterback that has top 5 potential, plus a top 5 running back, to James Jones' point, what you need. What you need. Like, if you really got all them pieces,
what you need.
I got what you need. No, I mean, looking at the Packers the past 2 weeks, they have looked like the most complete team out of all of the teams that we've seen so far. The question is for you guys, who are you more impressed with, the Packers offense or the Packers defense? Getting Micah Parsons is now looking like one of the most asinine moves I've ever seen in professional sports. And I'm saying that as Cowboys fan, I'm really hurt, but he looked incredible tonight. Which side were you more impressed with?
Speaking as an offensive player, I got to say defense. Like I say, we watched Jared Goff and a #1 offense not move the ball on the Green Bay Packers week 1. Then we just watched the rookie of the year, a bad man in the National Football League, could run, could throw, could do all of it, look regular in this game. You got to tip your hat to the Packers defense, what they're able to do. They getting after the passer, they stopping the run, and they putting you in 3rd and long. And then that's when #1 trots out there, and they double teaming him, chipping him, and he's still able to get some pressure. And then, like I said, our secondary. Our secondary is really probably the most impressive thing these first 2 weeks. They have been playing ball these first 2 weeks, and I believe that's why I'm going with the defense. They playing ball right now.
I'm going to say the defense as well, because the offense is still leaving stuff on the table. Remember the first possession of the game, Matthew Golden, the first-round pick, that's the player who you're supposed to be featuring. You leverage the entirety of your franchise, you could suggest. That's what you do when you draft the first-round pick, and you miss him. Not to say Jordan Love isn't great, not to say Matthew Golden isn't great. Obviously, Jordan Love is a phenomenal player, and Matthew Golden, he'll start contributing more often. But Matthew Golden, your first-round pick, he had no catches on the day. Couple rushes, but no catches on the day. I say that to say offense is still not in sync. The defense is already connecting on all cylinders. And Micah Parsons isn't even playing, not up to his potential. It's just not that he's playing enough snaps yet. He's still learning the system, learning the scheme. So what this defense has done to Jayden Daniels, what this defense has done to Jared Goff, and James, I don't know how I forgot that point. Those two teams were in the NFC playoffs last year. You feel me?
Two of the best teams.
Not only have you beat them, Care Bear, you beat them down.
You could have looked at the first 2 games of the schedule and been like, man, this is going to be a really tough start for the Packers. And not only did they go out there and get victories, they dominated both games. Both of these games were not we were playing garbage time for the last 7 minutes of the game. And I did want to go back to your point about the offense, though. Jordan Love tonight looked it was up and down early on, but I mean overall got the job done, did what he was supposed to do. Is he removing doubt that he can get it done? Because in my opinion, this is the best team that he's had since being the quarterback.
Well, get what done? Get a Super Bowl done?
Get the whole thing done.
That's what we got to see in the playoffs. Because Jordan Love, we all know the talent is there. He can throw the ball with the best of them. Now we know he has all the pieces. But in the playoffs, we need Jordan Love to be Jordan Love. In the playoffs, that run Jordan Love had, we need some of those plays because those is winning plays. That's how the first touchdown
But James,
came.
are you going to make me, are you going to make them watching the show on YouTube, are you going to make us all wait for 15 more games until the playoffs? Like, you won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers in that 2010-11 season, if I'm not mistaken. What can Jordan Love do in the regular season to show you playoff Jordan Love has arrived, or is there nothing you can do in the regular season?
I don't think there's nothing because we've seen Jordan Love carry this team to the playoffs the last 2 years. And we've seen Jordan Love, when you get into the playoffs, the first year he beat the Dallas Cowboys, didn't have his best game against the Niners. Then last year he didn't have his best game against the Philadelphia Eagles. If the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, Micah Parsons are not, good defense are not, top 5 are not, Jordan Love going to have to be the best player on the field still. The main reason the Philadelphia Eagles are holding that trophy up is because in the biggest dang game, whatever you want to say about Jalen Hurts, he was the best player on the football field. I need to see that from Jordan Love.
But let me ask you this. Hold on. I need. Can I get time?
20.
Can I get time?
I'll give it to you right there.
Just quick 20. Josh Jacobs, I was looking it up during the game. Josh Jacobs, hopefully we can get him on this show later on, a little bit later. Josh Jacobs is the second leading rusher in all of football since 2019. The Philadelphia Eagles, with all due respect, they went through Saquon Barkley and they go through Saquon Barkley. So is there a world where Jordan Love can get some of that Jalen Hurts treatment? What I mean by that, elite defense, really good running game, and great weapons that you can lean on. Obviously, I would suggest that Jordan Love is a much more lethal thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts, so I'm not trying to suggest that we need to treat him like Jalen Hurts, 25 or less passes a game, but can Jordan Love not be asked to do everything? Hey, Josh Jacobs, you went for 1,600 yards in your career before, do it again. Hey, defense, you got Vanessa, you got Gary, you got Micah Parsons, you got Quay Walker, you got Xavier McKinney. Hey, defense, y'all eat. Jordan Love, throw the ball, go 19 of 27 for 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's what we need from you. Is that fair?
That's not fair because Jordan Love's better than that.
Wow.
I'm not saying Jordan Love is better than Hurts. Everybody, Jordan Love's better than that to play a game like that. Do you understand? And not only that, I learned this from you. It's one thing about Jalen Hurts, and I've never been the one to sit up here like Jalen Hurts is this type quarterback, but he always makes the play when the play need to be made.
That's fair.
And that's a throw or a run.
Yeah.
If we can get that Jordan Love to where the game is on the line and it's time to make a throw now because they loading the box up on Josh Jacobs and you have to make the play, we need to see you make the play, not throw an interception, not have an incompletion. We need to see you make the play. I haven't seen that, especially in the playoffs from Jordan Love.
Yeah, earlier you guys talked about the weapons that Jordan Love has out there. You know, it was a quiet game for Matthew Golden. First 2 weeks were kind of quiet. Big game from Tucker Kraft and whatnot. But there was an injury, though. Standout wide receiver Jayden Reed went down hard on his shoulder, headed straight for the x-ray room, and we did not see him return. Is this going to be a big hit for the Packers, or is it business as usual?
We got one of the deepest receiver rooms in the business, and I think that's the main thing. Coming into the season, you got Jayden Reed, you got Wicks, you got Reed, you got Watson coming back, and then you add the first rounder in Golden. They have so many weapons that I don't think this is going to have a big impact. He is a really good player. We need him, but the next man just got to step up. And you have two really good tight ends in Kraft and Musgrave. So you still have a lot of options out there, including number 8 in the backfield. So receiver-wise, if it's any room that can stand some injuries, it's that wide out.
But don't we say this about the Packers every year and then they can't sustain the injuries? Like, remember, I think it was Dobbs a couple years back, missed some time with concussions. Christian Watson 2 years ago missed time with a hammy. Christian Watson seemingly misses time every year. Obviously, last year he finished the season injured. Obviously, we always brag about how deep the receiver room is. And you won a Super Bowl with a team that had an incredibly deep receiver room. People still got hurt. Y'all still won a Super Bowl. But, like, are we kind of taking for granted how good Jayden Reed is? 800 yards 2 years ago, 700 yards last year. Are we taking it for granted?
I don't want to take nothing away from him, but, like, when you watch the Philadelphia Eagles game last year, I was at the game with Shady with 2-5. They was calling my phone to come out there. I'm like, bro, the way my hamstrings are set up, I'm done. I ain't got nothing for you. You know, but we had nobody out there at the wide receiver room. Nobody was out there in that football game. Now, if you take Jayden Reed out, more opportunities for Golden. You still have Wicks out there. You have Romeo Dobbs out there. You still have the young fella from TCU out there. You seen him get a carry at the quarterback spot. Like, there's so many weapons out there, and I didn't even say the 2 tight ends. So I think they are built to overcome some of these injuries on the offensive side of the ball.
Randall Cobb will be joining the show in a matter of moments. Packers Super Bowl champ, played wide receiver with James Jones, 7,000+ yards in his career. He will be joining the show. He did. In a matter of moments. In the meantime, Care Bear, unless he's all. We got a super chat. We got a super chat.
We got our first super chat of the night. Our boy Ricardo Phillips sent $5.
Come on, Ricardo.
With no message. He just
wanted to send the love. He just wanted to send the love.
How they doing, Ricardo? Send the love.
Ricardo, we appreciate you with the super chat.
Absolutely,
Maybe
man.
next time, Ricardo, say something. If you say something, we could kind of say something back to you. But in the meantime, y'all know, so we got super chats. We go crazy in here. Care Bear, what's the word, Joe?
No, I think we did have a call, but now we're kind of waiting for the call, so we're trying to figure it out. There he is. He's in the building right now.
Randall Cobb is in the building.
We do have Mr. Randall
Cobb is in the building.
joining us here.
He in the building.
Y'all ain't tell me I need to put my foot on. Wait a second.
All I know is you can't hide the money in the back. I know that. Gosh, please.
Hey, man, you know I had to get a little. I ain't never put nothing on the wall, so I got to put something on the wall now.
Hey, you at Lambeau Field or you at home? Okay, you just got bread like that. My bad.
You know what it is.
Hey, we got to officially welcome you to the Speakeasy, though, RC. Welcome to the Speakeasy, my dog. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. What y'all sipping on over there? I might need to go pour something up real quick.
Pour something up, Jay.
Hey, we got a little this. We got a little this bourbon over here, man. Hey, what you want? Hey, you know, Acho don't really drink. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I'm a sip. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. Where's yours at?
You know, it's H2O season.
Okay.
Hey, RC, let's talk ball real quick, bro. Packers, instantly, what do you think about them? Do you think they have taken a Super Bowl step?
Definitely. You look at what they got going right now. Being able to hold this Washington team to 18 points That game, the score does not show the way that they played. Defensively, lights out. The fact that they can rush forward now and play with vision on the quarterback is a game changer. I mean, being able to get those one-on-ones and being able to and maybe blitz one guy from time to time and have 5 guys have one-on-ones, that's going to be huge for them defensively.
When you watch this Packers team, because you was on some really good teams, you know what I mean? I think I was in the locker a couple down from you. We was on some really good teams. Is there some signs that you see of this football team like, man, that was our football team looked like that when we had opportunities to compete for a championship?
Yeah, I mean, it take me back to 14 for sure. It take me back to 11 and 12 when we were 5 deep at wideout. You know, we had J. Mike at tight end. Ooh. We had pieces all over the field, right? And we having Josh Jacobs be able to run the ball the way he does in a way that's going to impact the game and open up the field, like it's going to be tough on them. And obviously, you know, they had a Christian Watson's not back yet, and then having Jay Reed go down tonight. Hopefully he's not out too long. But they have the pieces to do it. But again, it's about week on week being able to build on the momentum that they got from these first 2 weeks because they're getting ready to go on the road right now.
Hey, you live and die by the quarterback. You know that well. Obviously, you won that Super Bowl with 8 back there as your QB. Jordan Love, how are we going to know as fans outside of the building, how are we going to know when he has taken the Super Bowl step?
That's a great question. I think just his ability to command in these close games, whenever they have one of those close games and seeing him be able to close it out and put them in a position to win the game. We know that now from what we saw from the first 2 weeks that they defensively have what they need. Yeah. Offensively, he is the question. I mean, he's had a great year last year. Coming back from his injury early in the season. I'm looking forward to seeing him take that next jump. He made some really nice passes tonight. What I'm looking forward to seeing him do is stepping up into the pocket and being able to create that way. A lot of times tonight, especially in the red zone, you start to see them. He started to fade back, and that rush was able to get the angle. So being able to see him step up in the pocket and be able to make those throws and find those windows are going to be huge moving forward.
You know, I like to talk receiver play with you, man. I ain't really talked to you about Matthew Golden. What's your early thoughts on Matthew Golden? Because in my humble opinion, he got a lot of pressure on him. You had James Jones in the third round who turned out to be all right. You got Randall Cobb, who's at the hotel right now. That's what his crib looked like, who turned out to be all right. You got Jordy Nelson in the second round, Devontae in the second round, Jordy in the second, D-Drive in the seventh. You know what I mean? Like, it's pressure on him to ball. What's your early impressions on him?
Yeah, I think that he's definitely got the talent. You see the way that he was able to run by the guys tonight. Unfortunately, they weren't able to connect on that deep ball, but he has the ability. I think he's going to have to understand the offense and what LaFleur tries to do offensively. And, I believe that the more comfortable he gets with the playbook part of it, the more we're going to see him get more involved. You can tell that they want to get him involved with, in the run game, being able to have him take the top off. But they got a lot of pieces. And I think for him, he has to understand that they're not coming in and asking you to have 1,200 yards in your rookie year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What they want you to be a piece to understand how you fit into the offense and being able to go out there. If he ends the season with 800 yards, that's a great year for him.
That's a great year.
And I'm not saying that because, I don't think that he's capable of doing more. You just don't have to do more when you have a bunch of guys that's around you. Like a Tucker Kraft is going out and getting 100+ tonight.
Mm-hmm. Cobby, I'm putting you on the spot. I've asked James Jones the exact same question that I'm about to ask you. Do not be shy because James Jones is here, sir. Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams. I need you to rank them, sir. I need you to rank them, sir.
Wow.
I need you to rank them, sir. In order.
We going here.
In order.
Hey. Go ahead. No, my dude, go ahead.
Go ahead. I gotta hear yours first.
No, because whenever I rank them, I always put myself last. So if I was to rank them,
I was getting ready to do the exact same thing.
So if I was to rank them, I go Greg Jennings. No, did you say Devontae?
Yeah, I put him in there.
Okay, so I would go Tay. I would go Greg Jennings. I go Randall. I go Jordy Nelson. I go D Drive, and I go myself.
That's James Jones' list.
Wow.
I need Randall Cobb's list.
I like that. But I would do the same thing. And the reason I'm gonna give you my list, but the reason why we had so much success in our room was because of that selflessness right there.
Yeah.
That's just what we did. We wanted everybody else to have success. I remember JJ on the sidelines, me and him both standing on the sidelines, want to get on the field. He's like, Copy, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Just wait till it's your turn. You're gonna be all right.
100%.
All right? But if I had to look at it, for me, Tay is the number one.
Yeah, Tay is special.
I would go Jordy too.
Jordy Ray Nelson.
Okay.
I would go G3.
Greg Jennings,
was like that.
I would go JJ4. I would go Donald 5 and me 6.
Wow.
And I saw D Drive at the end, right? So I got the last 2 years of it. So I didn't see his big body of work. I got to see him, when he was rubbing stuff on his knees.
You know what I mean? He was teaching us how to stay on the field.
I got to see him going through the hot tub routine. You know what I mean?
That's a solid. Listen, that's a good question because when we were watching the game, I mentioned to Acho, I said the young fella's pressing and he's getting frustrated. Because you're coming from Texas to where you are the bona fide number one. You're getting the ball. They're dialing up plays. Now you're coming into a room to where, number one, it starts with 8 in the backfield. And then you got Tucker Kraft. You got Musgrave. You got Jayden Reed out there. Watson ain't even out there yet. You got Romeo. You got Wicks. So through the offense, you can't get frustrated, dog, because it's going to be games you have 6, 7 targets. It's going to be games you have 2 just because you have so many. So, he got it because I seen a little frustration, like, he's just trying to make a big impact. Like, it'll happen.
Yeah, and you saw it on the punt return too, right? Like, I mean, you got to understand when it's a going in punt and you backed up, right? You backed up. You got to know that majority of the time there's going to be a fair catch unless it's a mishit ball. But you can tell he's pressing because he's trying to make a play. He want to make a play, and I get it. Like, I've been back there in those situations on my rookie year when I know I'm not playing more than 10 snaps a game, and it's like, this is my opportunity to go make a play. So I get it. But you got to understand you got to stay within the scheme.
Cobby, before we let you go, I need you to break us down, educate us real quick. What are the shoes? What's the significance of the shoes in the case? And what are the 3 pictures behind you?
Oh, man. So these right here, this is because the greatest class in the history of NFL draft, right? The 2011 draft class.
Good class.
I got these. Yeah, I got these on here. These were my Under Armour draft day shoes or combine shoes that they gave me. I see J.J. Watt. I see Cam Hayward.
Wow. Pat P?
Yeah, I don't have Pat P on here, I don't think. I see AJ Green. I see Julio Jones.
Wow. Von Miller was in that class too now. Yeah, that class
I think that's Vaughn right there. I can't read Vaughn. I think that's Vaughn right there, though. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we had a few guys. Tyron Smith,
Okay.
That was that's just who we just trained together.
Yeah.
That wasn't like,
gosh, please.
yeah.
Hey, if you ever want to sell it,
back in the day.
I got a crisp $5 bill for you if you want to sell that.
Hey, right when you said that, I was about to challenge you too, but I'm going to ease back now. I want to say them names.
And before you get out of here, Randall, speaking of $5, we did get a $5 super chat from Victor Davalos. He asked, Randall, if A-Rod called you to play right now, would you loosen up them knees and get out there with the Steelers?
I'm feeling real good. Kick back over here. Believe me. I'm straight.
Tell him your hammies ain't set up like that.
No.
Cobby, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you,
Great to see
family.
y'all, man.
Thanks for stepping in the Speakeasy, bro.
All right.
My dog.
Appreciate you.
Hey, that was Super Bowl champ, Pro Bowler, the one and only Randall Cobb. And Speakeasy, you never know who you're going to get. James, can you follow up with Josh Jacobs, please? Can you shoot him a text? Shoot him a text, and let's see if we're getting Packers superstar running back Josh Jacobs on this show. Remember, we got Lane Johnson after the Eagles game. We got Deion Dawkins after the Bills game. We got Aaron Jones after the Vikings game. And the Speakeasy, we get athletes right after the game.
You know what else we get?
What we get?
We get some super chats.
We got a super chat.
A bunch of super chats.
Super
chats was going crazy while Cobb was in. So our guy Ricardo doubled back. Sent another $5. And he said, "Can we pump the brakes on comparing Green Bay to Philly? Did we learn anything from watching the Saints last year? Let's come back to this week 4. That's what Ricardo said.
Okay, Ricardo, we hear you. What other super chats?
Okay, so we got a super chat from Easy Tech Joe. He said we need James and Shady together. Mad love for the OG squad.
Done.
Trail Jones sent a $20 super chat.
Trail.
With no message.
Come on, y'all.
Y'all gotta get these messages together.
He commented under. He said, "Much love to my guy James and Acho." So that's what he said.
Trail Barber.
Yep. We just got another $20 super chat.
Come on, man.
Said James is a receiver. What route had the most? Did you have the most success on?
Gosh, leash. I would probably have to say a slant or a hitch.
Okay.
You know, everybody think like go balls down the field. No, get the ball out quick. Let me do what I do with the ball.
Let him do what he does.
Keep it simple.
Care Bear, let's get back to the game for a moment, but can we get to the flip side?
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to talk about the Commanders on this side. Now, look, offensive line, they got ran through. They got their face ran through all night long. Is there concern about a sophomore slump with Jayden Daniels this season? Not just because of Jayden Daniels, but because of those pieces surrounding him. Austin Ekeler looked like he had a very serious injury tonight as well.
You know what's crazy, James? And I'm going to say this. I don't know if Jayden Daniels will sophomore slump by his performance, but I think our expectations for him will raise, and as a result, we'll perceive it as a slump. What the heck do I mean by that? His last year's rookie year, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's really good for a rookie. But for a sophomore, that's cool. Last year, he went to the NFC Championship game. That's really good for anybody. But if you go to the divisional round in your sophomore season with 25 touchdowns, 9 picks, that's cool. Ask Trevor Lawrence. I literally looked it up. Trevor Lawrence sophomore year, 25 touchdowns, I think 8 interceptions, 4,100 yards, went to the divisional game after beating Justin Herbert in that miraculous comeback, and we still call Trevor Lawrence a bust. And I say that to say, if Jayden Daniels does exactly this year statistically, not counting getting to the divisional round, if he does the exact same thing statistically this year as he did last year, we might say that was a slump because our expectations has changed. His performance hasn't changed, but the expectations have. Jay, I think about like C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud last year, we say he took a step back. Bruh, he beat the Chargers in round 1 of the playoffs and absolutely dismantled that team. Shout out to the defense as well. But we say he took a step back. I don't know if Jayden Daniels will statistically perform any worse, but I do believe our expectations for him have grown, and we might perceive it as a slump.
So for me, I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump because I think he's different than both those dudes. I think he's totally different than C.J. Stroud. I think he's totally different than with Trevor Lawrence. I think he's totally different than Trevor Lawrence. But I don't have expectations of NFC Championship. We know how hard it is to get to an NFC Championship. It is hard to get to an NFC Championship. A lot of things had to go right for them. I think Jayden Daniels is still going to have a heck of a year. And the way it is going to look, it is going to look like he's going to have a heck of a year.
You think?
I do. He's still going to be running the ball, making plays with his legs. You've seen it week 1. They don't win that game without him making plays with his legs. You didn't see it tonight because the Packers is like that. But as the season goes on, it's going to be too many moments in the season, in my humble opinion, where we're going to say Jayden Daniels took that game over. And as a sophomore slump, you can't say that about C.J. Stroud or Trevor Lawrence, even the way it looks. So I think the way it looks, he is a heck of a player, man. He's going to be a top quarterback in this league.
But let me ask you this. If Scary Terry does not return to all-pro form quickly, there will come a point where Jayden Daniels statistically either isn't dominating, statistically that is, or he's not winning those games. Remember, Jayden Daniels, I would say his coming out party, Bengals last year. Joe Burrow marches down the field, gets the touchdown. Jayden Daniels, the Bengals send a 0 blitz at him. That means there's more rushers than there are offensive linemen to protect you. He gets hit in his chest. Throws a dime. Scary Terry, 6. And the whole world was like, did Jayden just outduel Joe Burrow? Did that just happen? If Jayden doesn't get out of Scary Terry this year, what he got last year, Scary Terry has 75 yards through 2 games total. If he don't get that, Jay, he's going to hurt. The team's going to struggle.
You know, I'm not going to blame it on Jayden Daniels' sophomore slump. You know who I'm going to blame it on?
Who?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Because I'm talking to you tonight, where's the design run? You got arguably the best pass rushers on the Green Bay Packers. Where's the design run to slow them down? How are we using Debo?
Yeah.
We brought Debo in here as a Swiss Army knife. Not just to line up out there at wide receiver. We didn't see Debo get a carry tonight. Yeah. We ain't seen Debo in the backfield. Him and Jayden running the read option. You brought him in there for that. Last year, the offense was so simple for Jayden Daniels. A lot of design runs, a lot of play action pass. I didn't see none of that tonight.
But remember, though, Jay, they lost a running back from last year in Brian Robinson. I believe they traded him to maybe the Niners, if I'm not mistaken. They traded him. Austin Ekeler, he went down. Some people are suggesting,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We got a real one in a bit.
Uh-oh.
A number of those Commanders.
Y'all don't understand what's happening right now. The people don't understand what's happening right now. We got Josh Jacobs in the Speakeasy.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose my mind. Josh Jacobs, welcome to the Speakeasy, baby.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, bruh. You know, I don't want to get too excited sitting on the chair. That's why you see I'm going to lean back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, I say we because we.
Yeah.
But y'all look good, bruh. Y'all look good, man. Talk to us, man. How I feel?
Man, it feel good, man. I mean, I catch myself, bro, that defense.
Ooh.
That defense is crazy. I catch myself watching them every time I'm out on the out the field, man. I'm like, damn, like they really balling, man, playing at a high level, and it's crazy because it's a different person every time. Like that's how you play playing at a high level for sure.
Hey, what's the difference between this year's Packers squad and last year's Packers squad? Because we came on this show, and I can say it, I don't know that y'all can, and we said y'all look like y'all taking that Super Bowl step. What's the biggest difference between this year's squad and last year's squad?
I would say a lot of people grew up. A lot of people grew up. I would say, like, definitely this offseason, you know, a lot of the, leaders on this team, we challenged a lot of guys, man, to take that step. And you see a lot of guys playing at a high level. You know, you can see hunger in it. You can see this hunger in this team. You could tell that, you know, how we ended last year, we didn't like, and we knew like a lot of things was on us. I mean, even in this game, we won, but man, we should have really had a lot more. Like we should have put at least 40 points on the board. You know, so it's a lot of things we still got to correct, especially, you know, playing them elite teams. But that's something that we know that we look forward to.
Jay brought this up, bro, as soon as the show started. He said, Detroit Lions week 1, y'all beat them. They were in the NFC playoffs last year. Washington Commanders week 2, y'all just beat them. They was in the divisional round last year. NFC Championship game last year. What's on your mind right now, bro? Like, what's on your mind?
I mean, the biggest thing for me is, you know, I feel like when you play those good teams, you got to be battle tested when it comes to the end of the year. You know, and obviously it's still early in the year, but, you know, it's playing them type of caliber teams and seeing where we at and where we distance ourselves at. I think it's a big, you know, booster, you know, morale definitely for us and our team, you know, to see where we at. And we know that as the season go on, we only going to get better.
Yeah.
So to see where we at now, we definitely happy with, but, you know, we just trying to come in and improve each day.
Bro, you were the team right now through 2 weeks reminds me of the 2010-2011 Super Bowl team. And what I mean by that is it was no egos, man. We was extremely tight, right? I'm watching y'all out there playing, man. It ain't no egos, man. It's people flying around, everybody happy for each other. How close is this team? Because I'm looking at Micah, I'm looking at Rashawn Gary. They hugging like they've been best friends for the last 5 years. They just met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just the energy that I'm getting right now from you guys.
Nah, that's the type of energy that they have, man. I mean, we low-key got like a college atmosphere, man. Like, everybody kicking with each other outside the building. You know, we have family nights. We have, you know, barbecues, whatever. Everybody, you know, spending time together. But everybody really believe in one another. You know, we believe and rely on each other that, you know, if you can help me, make me better, and by your success, it's going to help my success. So, you know, that's the thing about the team, man. When you all have collectively believe in one another, you know, the closest teams is always the most special.
Josh, you talked about how good everything felt leading into the season and how talented you felt like y'all were and how much y'all grew up. You know, as a Cowboys fan, I'm really upset that y'all have Micah Parsons now. But I wanted to ask, how did that feel, you know, knowing how good of a team you had and then having a pass rusher like Micah Parsons join the team and then getting to see him out there operating like he did today?
Yeah, man. I mean, I know me personally, when I heard the rumors, I'm like, man, let me hit this dude, bro. You know, let me do my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when I found out he was coming, I was just like, man, you know, it was already rough. I feel like for me, this offseason during camp going against the defense, I'm like, I don't know, he might have something. Like the way these guys flying around, the way that they are, you know, ball aware, attacking the ball every time. Like to add a guy like that to a defense that's already, you know, hungry. I mean, it just take you over the hump, man. I mean, you can see everybody, especially on that D-line, reaping the benefits from it.
Hey, can we sing Josh Jacobs' praises real quick?
Absolutely, man.
11 straight games with a rushing touchdown. NFL record of 12, LaDainian Tomlinson. Tonight, he eclipsed the 7,000-yard rushing marker. So people that are watching this right now, we talking to a legend in the making, quite literally. Hey, what is on your mind statistically, bro? You want to break LT's record consecutive games rushing touchdowns? Is that 10,000-yard mark? Best running back in football? Offensive player of the year? We all talk about Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. It seems like people forget Josh Jacobs.
Man, honestly, man, I think the biggest thing for me when I think about this game, man, is not wanting to leave with no regrets. You know, finishing it however it play off, just knowing I put my best foot forward. And you know, obviously at running back, you know, you don't play this game long, so I'm already, you know, breaking the you know, the curse. But for me, I think for real, like my number one thing is try to improve my plays last year, but also, man, I want to win. I think that's the only thing. Like it's cool to have the accolades, man. Like I've done it, run rushing champ, you know, whatever. But it don't mean nothing when you don't win, man. And I think that's the only thing that's on my mind. You know, I'm at the back end of mine. Like I'm thinking about legacy now. You know, at this point, I think if I just continue, you know, put my best foot forward and you know, work my tail off, that everything else will play out how it's supposed to.
You know, really quick. So usually after a game, as players, we already know, man, I missed that cut. Damn, that's a bad. No, for real though, that's a bad route by me, man. I'd have had 200 this game. You instantly think about the bad plays. Like, what do the Packers got to do to get to that game, to get to that Super Bowl?
I would say one, we got to stop hurting ourselves, limit penalties. You know, we had a couple of drives. You know, we just shot ourselves in the foot. You know, when you get in that red zone, you got to score. You got to put points, especially, you know, in this league against good teams. And we just got to keep being consistent. I mean, I say it all the time, man. Jordan Love is one of them dudes. You know, I've been saying it, like, he don't get the respect that I think he deserves. And I mean, I tell him that before every game. Like, I put it on his mind, like, know that you wanted to win. Know that prove it, you know. But I think we got to get our run game going a little bit more. But overall, man, I think we just got to keep stacking and be one each and every day to try to get better.
Hey, lastly, because I'm about to let you go after this one, we got Lane Johnson from his car after the game. We got Deion Dawkins from the family suite. We got Aaron Jones from the visitor locker room. Show the people where you at just so they can know how exclusive the Speakeasy get down.
I'm in the Players Lounge.
I'm in the Players Lounge.
We got 2 Players Lounge, man. We got golf simulator in here, man. We got the slushy machines, games, and all that.
Hey, this is literally the last question, and then you gone. What was the moment you knew, maybe this offseason, maybe during workouts, maybe during the game last week or this week, what was the moment you knew Jordan Love turned the corner and that he was one of them ones?
It was definitely during this offseason. This offseason, man, I mean, just from the standpoint of a leader, I knew, like, what time he was coming on this year. You know, he's been more vocal. I think he was always just you know, he was always just a lead by example type of dude. But this year, he's been more vocal. He's been standing, you know, what he feels and what he believes and what he see. And like even with the receivers, he's like, nah, I don't like it like that. You know, slipping here, you know, break it, hurt, whatever. Like he's taking that step, man, and I can see the confidence and you know. You see, you ran a dude over today.
I know.
Like, so much. I'm like, I love that. You feel me? Like, you could tell he's getting comfortable, and you could tell that he want to win. He can feel it, you know. So I love that for us.
Absolutely. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best running backs of this generation. 7,000 yards, 11 straight games with a tug. That is Josh Jacobs. Round of applause, please. Round of applause, please. All right, bro, go get some rest. Go ice up.
Hey, and I appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully we can do it again.
You already know it.
Sir.
You already know it. Look, in the Speakeasy, bruh, that's what happens.
Everybody pull up.
Everybody pull up.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody pull up. Josh, you can hang up now. You can hang up. You can hang up. You're good. You're good. You're good.
You're still hanging out.
He's still hanging out watching the show.
Chill in the Speakeasy.
He was trying to chill, man. He was trying to chill.
Oh, what? We got some super chats.
Super chats.
What happened? What happened?
So we got Marlon in the chat said the offense was cooking without two of their top offensive linemen.
That's true, bro.
MLF had to call a conservative game. Wait until we get Watson back and Lloyd. They are just getting started. Go Pack, go.
Forgot about Lloyd.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are cooking. I mean,
go ahead.
We respect super chat.
We respect
super chat.
So another super chat. Jamel Wright said, no shots. It has been kind of light on the side.
It has been light.
I mean, it's a speakeasy. We
It
got
has
to pull up a
been
little
light.
bit.
It has. That's on us. Shady not here right now. Shady usually keeps us in check in regards to the shots. That's on us. That's on us, Marlon. Any other super chats?
Yeah, we got more super chats.
More super chats.
So while y'all pouring up, we got Mighty Fine says, so much Dallas talk is hurting my ears. Speaking of Dallas, Paige Beckers is the most talented player that has come out of college in the past 5 years.
That's fair. I won't argue with that. Other super chats. See what's popping on Twitter while we looking at these super chats. Other super chats.
We got $1.99 from Spill Gill. Just wanted to show love. Jesse sent a $2 super chat. Said also A-Rod is my GOAT.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hold on.
Who was that? Who was that? Who said that?
That was
A-Rod is the GOAT.
Jesse.
Jesse.
We're about to start shaming $2 super chats.
Ooh, okay.
We're about to start shaming $2
and up.
$5 and up.
$5
You know how to speak. It's a classy
Speakeasy. This is a classy establishment.
It's a classy establishment.
Can't come in here with that $2
You know what I'm
mess.
saying? Like this Speakeasy, you're not gonna find on one of them boulevards that's named after. You know what I'm saying? Like
you see how professional it is.
Professional. We dressed up in the Speakeasy. No white tees in the Speakeasy. No white tees in the Speakeasy.
No Air Force One.
No Air Force One. No shorts in the Speakeasy.
Okay.
No ball caps. No fitters in the Speakeasy. And no fake chains.
Can't get in here. Ooh. Tucking your chain.
I ain't got none of that. Come on, man. What y'all talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
My chain real. My shirt not white.
We're going to have to check it, man. You know, hey,
that's all good.
Button it up to the top.
Yeah, no, I might have to. might stay buttoned up the rest of the night. I'm not sure about that.
Up to the top.
You know. Last thing I was gonna say on the game for tonight, though, fellas. 11-10 is now circled on my calendar. That is when the Packers will be facing the Eagles. I wanted to ask you guys, are the Packers now the team to beat in the NFC? Are y'all taking them right now, based off of what you've seen in the season 2025, over the Philadelphia Eagles?
Hell no. To the no.
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. No. Absolutely.
Wow. I ain't gonna sing with y'all, but it's no. No. You gotta respect the champs.
Yeah.
You gotta respect the champs, and when you step on that field with them, we'll find out. But you gotta respect them. It still goes through Philly.
Yeah, still going through Philly. I was looking around on Twitter. We got some breaking news. Brock Purdy set to miss 2 to 5 weeks with turf toe.
Ooh,
it just goes from bad to worse for the 49ers right now. And it's never the talent that they have. It's just injuries. How we feeling about this?
My heart hurts, James.
Yeah.
The Niners got off to a great start last week, got the dub. Robert Saleh, divisional win versus the Seattle Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken. Necessary dub versus Sam Darnold. But if you lose Brock Purdy for 2 to 5 weeks, I'm just wondering how far does this set this team back? Because the Rams are going to play well this year. The Rams just beat the Houston Texans week 1. That's a big-time matchup. If you don't win the division, how you going to fit into the playoff picture? Because the Packers finna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Vikings look good, and Kevin O'Connell's gonna make sure they're getting a wild card spot at least. So, if you don't win your division, it's just gonna be very hard to get into this playoff picture. I think that Brock Purdy loss is a big deal. But James, you know how I feel about Shanahan. You know how I feel about Shanahan. Mac Jones might be able to do something.
I think Mac Jones can definitely keep him afloat. It sucks because we want to see good quarterback play in our league. Brock Purdy just got paid. You wanted to see him go out there and see what he could do with this Niners team. But to be honest with you, I would be lying in the Speakeasy if I said I'm not a little excited to see what Mac Jones can do in Kyle Shanahan's offense.
What you mean by that?
Because to be honest with you, I don't know how big of a difference it is. And I truly need to find out that Purdy's the different guy for Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think so. Right now, I think Kyle Shanahan can win with everybody because I've seen him take Jimmy G to the Super Bowl and NFC championships. I've seen him take Brock Purdy to the NFC championships and Super Bowls. I've seen backup quarterbacks play good. So I don't necessarily know if it's Purdy or if it's Shanahan. And this, for me, I never want nobody to get hurt, but I'm kind of excited for Mac Jones' opportunity.
Is this the worst thing to happen to the Niners? The reason I say that is I thought Brock Purdy was going to end the cycle. Yeah. The cycle being Kyle Shanahan arrives in 2017. They trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. He finishes that season 6-0. Jimmy Garoppolo's the guy. He gets paid the highest in all of football, $28 million at the time. And then I'm like, is Jimmy Garoppolo the guy?
Yeah, I know.
And then wait, let's go get Trey Lance. And then Trey Lance gets hurt, and he's not the guy. Wait, let's go get Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's the guy. Make Brock Purdy one of the highest paid quarterbacks in football. And then, wait, Brock Purdy struggled last year. Now Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy the guy? Yeah. Maybe Mac Jones is the guy. Like, this is cyclical for the Niners. I want to end this cycle desperately. James is right. I'm curious about how Mac Jones is going to play, but I feel like this is like a relationship. You need to just blindly commit. You know, which the Niners have never done. Kyle Shanahan, he lays in bed with his quarterbacks, figuratively speaking, but one eye is always open. He on Instagram at night. Like he in bed with his Q. Yeah. But as soon as his Q go to sleep, he's scrolling his Explore page like, oh, let me see what Trey Lance talking about. Ooh, Trey kind of cute. Let me see what Brock Purdy talking about.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Let me double tap Brock and see if she gonna DM me back. So to me, I just want the Niners, whether by injury or by talent, to commit.
But you don't think they did that this year, committing? Like, they drafted him in the 7th round. They gave him a bunch of money this year. You don't think that they're like, man, we are committed to this dude?
They are. But it's like what you said. You know how many people feel like you feel?
Yeah.
I mean, Mac Jones is a first-round pick, I think, in the same draft class as Brock Purdy. So everyone, including the Niners, thought Mac Jones was better than Brock Purdy 7 times over because Brock was drafted in the 7th round.
Last pick,
Last pick. So if Mac Jones comes out here and balls, no, I don't think there's going to be a quarterback competition. Brock Purdy's, in my mind, is better and is more athletic. But all of a sudden, we're going to be playing this same game all over again, bro. Like, and I just don't want to deal with it as somebody who loves the Niners.
And so my question to you, has Brock Purdy earned the right to, let's say Mac Jones goes out here, and let's say 2 to 5 weeks, it says. Let's say he misses 5 weeks, and Mac Jones goes 5-0. Has Brock Purdy earned the right? Because I know Aaron Rodgers, he's going back in the game.
Yeah, of course.
Tom Brady, he's going back in. I don't care if he went 12-0. Has Brock Purdy earned the right to just go back in that game at 6-0 if Mac Jones goes out here and plays well?
It's funny you asked that way. Literally speaking, yes, because he earned the money. He's earning the right.
Yep, the money speaks in that situation.
He's earning the right. Exactly. Figuratively speaking, you could say maybe not, but Purdy's been to a Super Bowl, and he gave his team a lead in overtime of the Super Bowl. So, Care Bear, I'm going to say yes. What else on the menu?
Yeah, no. The 49ers, y'all be okay. Next 3 games, Saints, Cardinals, and Jags. We also have to talk about the Eagles being a 1.5-point favorite at Arrowhead this Sunday. Are the Chiefs being disrespected, or is the dynasty really crumbling? Patrick Mahomes never lost 3 straight games in his entire career, on the verge of potentially doing so on Sunday.
Jay, I want to hear from you, bro. I want to hear from you on this one.
Are the Chiefs being disrespected? No. Because the last time the Philadelphia Eagles seen the Kansas City Chiefs, it was a beatdown.
Yeah.
In the biggest game in the world. And the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles was the best player on the field.
Talk about it.
The last time they went to Arrowhead.
Talk about it.
Jalen Hurts walked out of there with a W.
Talk about it.
Jalen Hurts just got fitted for his ring with Smitty and A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley. No. To me, this is the right thing to do. They are a better football team than the Kansas City Chiefs right now. On the football field, they have been dominating them when they see each other, and they've been dominating all the other opponents. Yeah. This is right. And to be honest with you, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be down 3 games in a row for the first time in his career. I do not think the Kansas City Chiefs are better than the Philadelphia.
The spread should be bigger.
At Arrowhead, it should be bigger?
The spread should be bigger. I mean, what have you seen from the Chiefs? And obviously a year ago is a long time. By year, we mean in the Super Bowl. Between the Super Bowl and week 1, what tells you that the Chiefs got it? If Xavier Worthy doesn't play, they have no deep threat at all whatsoever. Then running the ball, they have no running game at all whatsoever.
You're not believing in Pacheco no more, huh?
He ain't believing in himself. You feel me? Like, running the ball, they have no threat. They have no deep threat. Travis Kelce's good. He scored himself a touchdown last week. But no, the spread, in all honesty, it should be better. The question, James, I need you to answer, though. Dynasty over with a loss? 0-2. would have lost 3 straight games, would have lost to the Chargers in the AFC, would have lost to the Eagles in the NFC twice, lost to the Eagles last year, lost to the Eagles this year. Ask that to the chat.
Yeah.
Can we ask that to the chat? Trey,
absolutely.
ask the chat. Is the dynasty over with the loss? But James Jones is over. Chiefs dynasty over the loss.
I hate going against Patty. I really do, because Patty has made us all look stupid at times.
Very true.
Just overcoming anything and everything to get to Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. It's over. It's over. It's over. When I see the Philadelphia Eagles, when I just watch the Green Bay Packers, and I watch teams out there like the Chiefs didn't get better this offseason to me. They really didn't. These other teams got better.
Yeah.
And then you're about to play a team that was way better than you in the last game of the football season. I just really, right now, I don't think the Chiefs are that good of a football team. I really don't. I think they're slowing down defensively a little bit, and I don't think they're that good of a football team. Even with Patty, it's no disrespect to them. They accomplished a lot. But I just think with these other football teams out there right now, they're a step ahead of the Chiefs, man.
You know what's crazy? Care Bear, my college coach told me one time, y'all remember that Auburn team, Cam Newton, I think 14-0 national championship? My college coach told me one time that was a 7-5 team with Cam Newton and Nick Fairley.
Yeah.
7-5 football team with Cam Newton and Nick Fairley. That's what made him 14-0. When James was speaking, that's how almost I feel about the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs are a 9-8 football team with Patrick Mahomes. And because of Patrick Mahomes, you might end up 14-3. You might end up 13-4. You might end up 15-2. But like when you look at just what the Chiefs have offensively, I think the defense will figure it out. When you look at what the Chiefs have offensively, Juju Smith-Schuster, his best years were 4 years ago. Isaiah Pacheco, he's never been an elite running back, but a really good running back. Kareem Hunt, his best years were about 4 years ago. Travis Kelce, first ballot Hall of Famer, but his best years were about 4 years ago. So when you look at the Chiefs offensively, that's a 9-win team, but if you add Patrick Mahomes, it could be a 13-14 win.
I think the Mahomes disrespect is going a little too far. I can't say that the dynasty's over simply because we did talk about it earlier. Tom Brady had a long gap before winning championships. Is this era of the dynasty over? Maybe it's a question. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to put himself in position again. But some fun stats about him after a loss. He's 19-4 after a loss. Really the best ever winning percentage of any quarterback in football. Also, he's only been a home underdog twice in his entire career leading up to this game. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go out there after what we saw from the Eagles against my terrible Cowboys. I think he's going to go out there. I think he's going to shock a lot of people. And I got the Chiefs winning this weekend against the Eagles. And yes, it has no factual basis behind it or any real reason. I just don't like the Eagles.
Really quick before we leave that. I don't think you're saying that he ain't going to win one again.
No, of course not. Of course
we ain't saying that. But with this dynasty, this is over.
Yes, and last thing I'm going to say is this. The Chiefs have just shown us some non-Chief things. Since when does Drew Tranquil check Chris Jones? Since when does Chris Jones get checked? Since when does Chris Jones take an inside move with the game on the line and try to go get a sack 3rd and 15 and Justin Herbert scrambles for 19 yards? I've just seen some non-Chiefs-like things. Chris Jones is usually the one doing the checking. So it just goes to show me, like, wait, you got average linebackers checking you? And it's not to say average linebackers shouldn't be able to check you, but that just, to me, it just seemed weird, Care Bear. What else on the menu?
Super chat first. We got super chat. And listen, Acho, they heard you. They said $5 and up, and they listened. So here we go. First up, we got Victor said, I got the Chiefs this game only because I feel like they got to see what the Cowboys did last week, and Patrick is a better quarterback than Dak, and the Chiefs defense is better.
Okay.
Next super chat, Acho James, love y'all boys for real. Keep coming on. All love from Seattle. That was from Jesse.
There it is.
Rio, this is for you, Acho, directly. Probably the only Herbert fan that loves you, Acho.
Hey.
What does he have to do this season to change your mind, assuming more than one playoff win?
Shout out Rio. I'm going to answer that real quick, and then we got to move. But Rio, because you was a super chatter. Because we love super chatters. Because the Speakeasy was made for super chatters. I'm going to answer you directly. If Justin Herbert can win when it matters like he did last week, and by what I mean when it matters, I don't just mean in the playoffs. I mean in the fourth quarter. I've been to way too many Chargers games, obviously living in Los Angeles, where quarterbacks outplay Justin Herbert when it matters most. When it matters most last week on 3rd and 15, with his legs, he picked it up. When it matters most, he drove down the field and threw pinpoint passes. When it mattered most in the playoffs last year, C.J. Stroud outdueled him. When it mattered most in the playoffs 2 years ago, Trevor Lawrence outdueled him. If Herbert can win when it matters most, that's what changes my opinion. I don't hate Herbert because he came out the womb and I'm just like, today I want to hate Justin Herbert. No, I don't even dislike Justin Herbert. I just think that Justin Herbert was overrated. overpraised, and I think that he was overrated, given that he hadn't won anything of significance. He's going on maybe year 5 or year 6, and he ain't got no playoff wins, and he's got 2 playoff appearances. Win games completely changed my mind. I don't dislike Herbert just because he's Justin Herbert. I just want to see more from him. What we got on him, and you care, baby?
I'm sorry, y'all.
We
got 2 $20 super chats.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
2 $20 super chats.
It sounds like there's a JJ here. It sound like the super chats is JJ here.
Super chats is going crazy with JJ in the building. We got 2 $20 joints.
Yeah.
2 $20. All right, so Trail Jones says, I've been a Titan fan for 25 years. Cam has played 3 preseason games and 1 regular season game, and I still haven't been able to see a touchdown from him. Will he finally get one this Sunday versus the Rams?
Taylor, is it hard to turn the lights off in here? Can we just do that real quickly? I'm just trying to make a point. This is the Tennessee Titans season. It is
No. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights on. We're not gonna do Trail like that.
Okay.
We're not gonna do Trail like that.
Not even Cam or the Titans? You talking about Trail?
Listen, Trail, listen, we're gonna give you some hope. If Jerry Jeudy and them boys catch that football from Cam Ward,
Jerry Jeudy?
I mean,
turn the lights off again. Jerry Jeudy plays for the Browns. Lights off, Taylor.
Ridley.
Lights off, please. Thank you.
Okay, if Calvin Ridley, I'm going to whisper, if Calvin Ridley, Trail, catches them footballs from Cam Ward, he might have had some action last week. Okay. The young fella's going to be fine. Keep the lights off because y'all ain't going to be that good. Y'all do got a little hope, Trail.
Wow. All right, lights on for the next super chat.
$20 super chat from Darius. He said, first off, shout out to the Speakeasy crew for turning lemons into lemonade. I love the show, but don't speak ill on my Chiefs. We were 15-2 without our top weapons. Stop the disrespect. And Acho, your favorite line he finished with? Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Where we at, Kieran? What's on the menu?
Grant Delpit made headlines this week saying that Derrick Henry was rather easy to tackle. One of the craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life, and Derrick Henry took exception to this, and he has a bit of a quote for us to take a look at on this video.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. Coach had a tweet, giving a quote, and he had a quote.
We're going to see on Sunday is what Derrick Henry said. Fellas, it's looking like Derrick Henry might run through Grant Delpit's face.
So
it's looking as dark as it was in here a second ago.
I'm just trying to make this make sense, though. You see this man stiff arm people with his right arm.
Yeah.
You see him stiff arm people with his left arm.
Yeah.
You see him go for 1,900.
Yeah.
You see him go for 2,000 plus.
Yeah.
You see him hit the 10,000-yard running back marker, which is very, very hard to do.
Hard to do.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
How do you not, as an NFL player, and it's cool if you think you could tackle him, but how do you not show this man some respect? Because there's a lot of dudes that ain't been tackling.
Mm-hmm.
If he was an easy tackle, how you getting 2,000 yards? How you getting 1,900 yards? How you still got them showing your clip on YouTube and the Speakeasy and all that for stiff-arming people? How? And you gonna sit here and say, when Derrick Henry come down that running lane, he's an easy tackle. To who, sir?
Is there a fake it till you make it component? Like, is there a I'ma tell myself he's easy to tackle, so when I see him in the hole, he's easy to tackle?
But how about this, though? He's a really good running back, but I ain't scared of him. When he come running downhill, man, I'm going to try to tackle him. That's it. An easy tackle?
Yeah.
That's like saying, man, Darrelle Revis was easy to get open on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't care if I had a good game against Darrelle Revis. You put some respect on Revis Island. You put some respect on that man's name. Not saying you're going to shy away from competition. You want the competition. But, man, put some respect on Derrick Henry. Who said that?
Yeah, that was Grant Delpit. Grant Delpit. The Browns are 11.5-point underdog this weekend against the Ravens. Coming off a very soul-crushing loss. So, prayers up for you, Grant.
What else on the
hopefully
menu?
you'll get run through. A.J. Brown heard all the criticism after only having one catch and being, completely forgotten about by his quarterback that's not top 5. So he had some things to say, though, to the media as well. We got that clip pulled up for you, what his response was to all of the criticism.
Making an impact on the game. But, as a receiver, it is tough because you want to touch the ball. You want to feel like you're contributing. And so But yeah, that was tough. But you know, I try to do a really good job of staying locked in and staying ready. I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet. You know, had zero separation and
all that bullshit.
On the decoy. all that. You know.
But yeah, essentially, he's saying he's got to stay locked in. How do we feel about that?
Can I talk about this first, being the receiver
please.
in the room?
Take us one shot, please. Thank you, James. Talk to the people.
So let me talk to the people real quick, though, because as a receiver, you want to be involved. As a receiver, you're not a running back. So for the fans and the people out there, your football, no matter how many football games you play, you're always a little nervous before every game. So your football game does not start until you get hit, until you get a catch and get hit and get tackled. If you don't get a catch until the fourth quarter with 5 minutes or something left in the game, his game has never even started. He's not even involved in the game. He ain't even been tackled or hit. He's not even ready to play a football game yet. Let me tell y'all something. You will not see A.J. Brown in an Eagles uniform for too much longer.
Wow.
A.J. Brown will end up getting traded. And the main reason A.J. Brown is going to end up being traded is because the style of football that Jalen Hurts wants to play does not need a big-time bona fide number one wide receiver. And we're seeing that. For the last 13 games, we've been asking him to throw the ball to A.J. Brown. But all everybody keeps saying is the Philadelphia Eagles is winning. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? So they can win without A.J. Brown, which means you should trade A.J. Brown and let A.J. Brown go get busy somewhere else and bring in the receivers that you already have, because you're going to be run heavy, and you play action pass to the other receivers and you got Smitty. But I'm telling you guys right now, this will be A.J. Brown's last season as a Philadelphia Eagles if he finishes this season now before the trade deadline. I truly, truly believe that. They don't use him. And they have not used him in the last 15 games.
Is the Super Bowl that he could win again not worth staying in Philadelphia? Meaning, like, oftentimes players make the short-sighted decision. My coach would always say, Acho, stop looking through the keyhole and open up the door. Coach, what's that mean? Acho, stop being so short-sighted. I think looking through the keyhole is I'm not getting enough targets, I'm not getting enough yards, they're not using me right. Opening up the door is, wait, I could win more Super Bowls here. I could have 2, 3 Super Bowl rings before I retire. I already got my All-Pros plus a couple Super Bowl rings. I could be first ballot. Or if you look through the keyhole and say, I want to go catch 120 passes a game.
You know the crazy thing with this whole thing is I hear everybody talking. They say Jalen Hurts is on the Hall of Fame path. You know who else was?
A.J. Brown.
And you know who else is not right now? A.J. Brown. I have my Super Bowl ring now. I'm going after these All-Pros. I'm going after these yards because now my legacy and all that's on the line. Jalen Hurts is doing what he has to do. One of the greatest winners. He's a Super Bowl. Been to 2 Super Bowls out of the last 3 years. Won one. Playing well. He's on a Hall of Fame path. So was A.J. Brown. And we're talking about this man not getting involved right now. I have a Super Bowl ring. I want to go somewhere else to where I can get the ball and ball. Because you know what A.J. Brown is thinking in his head that he's not saying up here is if I'm getting the ball, we're going to have a chance to win them games.
We got breaking news. Breaking news in the Speakeasy. As, you know, some of us unfortunately believed. Adam Schefter just came out with a tweet saying sources believe that Commanders believe veteran running back Austin Ekeler did, in fact, tear his Achilles during Thursday night's loss against Green Bay. Heartbreaking for Austin Ekeler. You know, probably on the tail end of his career, and then now to deal with this injury, it's going to be very tough to recover from.
On a personal level, I hurt for Austin Ekeler. Achilles, I would suggest, is the worst injury in all of sports that doesn't protrude through the skin. So Achilles injuries are the absolute worst, incredibly difficult to recover from. Austin Ekeler's an older running back. I know Austin Ekeler, we spoke together at a rookie symposium 2 years back. Had a phenomenal year, 20 touchdowns 3 years ago with the Chargers, if y'all remember. Really good player. On a team level, if the Commanders lose another running back after having traded a running back, Commanders do not have a running game. And if you have to move Deebo Samuel from wide receiver to running back and Scary Terry is not crushing it at wide receiver, all of a sudden the Commanders just lost a wide receiver because you lose Deebo Samuel, now he's in the backfield, and you just lost a running back because you lose Austin Ekeler, so you just got worse twice. So To me, man, personal level, Austin Ekeler, I'm sorry for you. Yeah. That's terrible. But Austin Ekeler, before Deebo Samuel, James, he was their gadget player.
No,
so, like,
no question.
That one hurts for me,
Yeah, that's
man.
tough because you never want to see anybody go down. You know, you've dealt with injuries, I've dealt with injuries, and you know how hard it is to get ready for a season and play this game. So prayers up to Austin Ekeler. But, yeah, this is trouble. Because now you have to lean on your quarterback a little bit more. And do you lean on him a little bit more in the run game, pass game? Because you don't want him taking extra hits.
Yeah.
You know, so this could get a little tricky for the Commanders.
Yeah, no, it's looking really rough for them. Gosh, that just stinks. That's an awful injury, to be honest with you. Moving forward, we do have to talk about some of the games this weekend. Dallas taking on New York. The Giants, 5.5-point underdogs. And the topic of conversation has been about Russell Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's making another start here. It might be the last start of his career, and if there was anything that you don't want to see as a starting quarterback of a team, it's the New York Times putting out an entire article essentially praising your career as if it's over already as you're going to go start a game. Say he was never supposed to be. He was a 5'11 quarterback, underrepresented. But they're essentially saying as he's going into the last start of his NFL career this weekend. Dang. Is that not a crazy article to write before week 2?
That's wild just reading it.
That is wild. Russ got to win, James.
He got to.
Russ.
He got to.
Please, football gods. Please allow Russell Wilson to win.
And not only that, I don't necessarily think he has to win. He has to score.
Yeah.
The offense has to move the football. Because watching the game, you know, I've been on Russell Wilson's side. I've been the one saying that the New York Giants is going to be a good football team this year. But Russell Wilson has to score a bunch of points this weekend to keep his job. Because if you're just going to score 6 to 10 points, the rookie can do that.
But James, like, even 6 to 10 is cool. It's cool. But if they don't get a dub versus a lowly Cowboys team and Jackson Dart is sitting there on the bench dripping in all that swag that they say he dripping in, bruh, Russ got to get a dub, man.
More breaking news out of the NFL. Adam Schefter also released an injury report for the Packers wide receiver Jayden Reed. According to Matt LaFleur, a broken collarbone is what he has to deal with.
I know it.
So, going to be missing Jayden Reed for probably about, 6 to 8 weeks.
I knew it.
Packers receiver, no better time to have James Jones on this show than now. James, how big a loss is Jayden Reed for 6 to 8 weeks?
I knew it. Like I said earlier, the bonus is that we have a deep wide receiver room, but Jayden Reed is a heck of a football player, and I seen it when he landed on his shoulder and the DB's weight came on the shoulder. I knew it was something the way his shoulder was hanging, but we need to get him back. He is our deep threat right now with Christian Watson being out. You haven't really got on the same page with Golden, so this will be a big blow. We'll see who steps up in his role.
No doubt about that.
Unfortunate injury right there. Moving forward, we got some weekend questions for you guys. Who needs to win more out of these 0-1 matchups? We got the Bears at the Lions and the Giants at the Cowboys. Which one of these teams needs that one on their record?
Bears at the Lions. The Bears need to win more. And I don't even think it's particularly close. Here's why. The Lions have tasted success. Dan Campbell's tasted success. Dan Campbell's not getting fired this year if he goes 2-15. Jared Goff is not getting benched or shipped off this year if he goes 2-15. Caleb Williams, you need success. DJ Moore, you need success. DeAndre Swift, you need success. Like, the Bears squad, the nucleus of that team, they need to win. So for me, if the Bears go 0-2, that's the trajectory for missing the playoffs all over again. That is much more damning than if the Lions go 0-2. Lions were in an NFC Championship game just 2 years ago. Yeah. They know what it's like to live the good life. The Chicago Bears, they have been waiting for success. You can't get a new head coach in Ben Johnson, a sophomore season in Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams be 0-2. Can't happen, Jay.
Man, is that like a little feelings take, like you like rooting for the Bears?
I am also, but I'm also thinking this, Jay. Yeah. Michael Penix has had some exciting moments. Yeah. J.J. McCarthy just had an incredibly exciting moment. Everybody's proclaiming Drake May is already a dude. Jayden Daniels, we know what he's capable of. If Caleb starts 0-2, I think he's 1-11 in his last 12 games. Mm-hmm. He'd be 1-12 in his last 12 games. Yeah. There comes a point where you're just bad. Mm-hmm. You can become good later on in life, but for now, we need to file Caleb Williams. If we were to go 0-2 and 0-3 and 0-4, we just got to file him under bad. We can remove that file like we did with Sam Darnold. Yeah. We can remove that file like we did with Baker Mayfield. We can remove the file like we did with Geno Smith. But eventually we're going to have to stop making excuses and be like, you know what? In the NFL right now, he's just bad. We'll revisit him later.
Yeah, and that's why for me it's the Detroit Lions. I ain't got no feelings in this. The Bears is a bad team.
Oh.
Caleb is playing bad football. Ben Johnson just got there. I believe Ben Johnson will help turn this thing around. But as of right now, the Detroit Lions is a good football team and built the right way to go compete for a championship. So you can't start 0-2.
Yeah.
You need to go out here and win this football game. The Bears, I didn't have them going nowhere this year. Ben Johnson or not, Caleb Williams or not. And then what I seen week 1 from Caleb Williams, I still think they're a long ways away.
Bear, what else we got, Care Bear?
Gotcha. We got the Giants at the Cowboys this weekend. Which one of those teams do you think needs that win more?
Goodness.
This is tough. I'm gonna say the Giants because I think Russell Wilson needs it more. Remember the Cowboys? They've probably won 11 straight versus the Giants, something like that. The last time I saw Dak Prescott lost to the Giants, Obama was in office.
Yep.
And so, legitimately, like this is no hyperbole. So the Giants, Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson needs to win this weekend more than any other player in the National Football League.
Wow.
Man, it's Jerry and them Cowboys.
Really?
Man.
It is Jerry. Could you imagine trading Micah Parsons with what we just seen with the Green Bay Packers?
That's a good point.
You not losing to the Giants since Barack Obama was in office. And all of a sudden you lose to Russell Wilson and the Giants and start 0-2 and you traded away your best player, a franchise player, an all-pro player.
Yeah.
And you trying to bring dudes in off the street like the Davion Clowney and them to help your football team, this will be a bad look. Because we know if you start 0-2, it ain't too many of those teams who make the playoffs.
That's fair. You cooking.
We also have a bunch of matchups between teams that are 1-0. We got the Jaguars and Bengals. Which team do you have more faith in this season?
This is actually an interesting question.
This is a good question.
If Liam Cohen continues to get out of ETN, what he got out of ETN week 1 versus the Panthers, them Jags finna make some noise. We forget ETN was a top first-round pick, that same draft class as Trevor Lawrence. If Liam Cohen can get out of ETN what he did week 1, Jags is going to make some noise. But until I see it consistently, got to go with cool Joe Burrow.
I got to go with Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. I love how they run into football. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to play some better football. And then I look at division. There's no Lamar. There's no Aaron Rodgers. You playing against C.J. Stroud and Daniel Jones and the like. I got to go with them, man. I think Trevor Lawrence and the Jags make a little bit more noise.
Okay, more faith in this week. Broncos at the Colts. Which one of these teams do you think get it done?
Are the Colts good? Is it possible?
I mean, we don't know. Either the Dolphins really, really bad or the Colts is good. We don't know.
Both might be true. I know the Dolphins are bad, though. The Dolphins are for sure bad.
I'm going to say more faith in the Broncos. Made the playoffs last year. I like Bo Nix, I like Sean Payton.
Yeah, this is real easy for me. I mean, Daniel Jones going up against this really good Denver Broncos team. I got more faith in the Broncos.
Now, that Broncos defense looks amazing. We also got the Chargers at Raiders. How we feeling?
Raiders. You already know I'm going. Monday Night Football, I'm going Raiders, man. Geno Smith, 300 yards passing last week. 300. We're going to get our running game going.
I hope it's the Chargers because I want the Chargers to be really good this year. They make for really good television.
Yeah. Across the NFL, though, I did want to ask you guys, which team can least afford to go 0-2 to start this season?
I got to go back to the Cowboys.
Wow.
I have to go back to the Cowboys, man. You cannot start the season 0-2 after trading your best player in the world away, and then now you're saying you need some pass rush. You cannot. And you put all the trust in your star quarterback in Dak Prescott, and week 1 he did deliver. Your other star player, CeeDee Lamb, did not. But if they start 0-2, that means 90% of the time no playoffs. If the Dallas Cowboys are not in the playoffs and you traded away your best player and the Packers is in the playoffs and the way they look like they're going to go far in the playoffs, that's going to be a problem. This is a must-win for Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys.
Care Bear, one time I had a crushing migraine. Crushing migraine, like back of your head thumping, like temples thumping, just a crushing migraine. I went to the doctor. Doctor gave me some different type of medicine, etc. Saw, treated, CT scan, all the things. And then I was like, oh, I'm good. And then the migraine came back. And so what I thought was going to fix me didn't. And there is no more fearful feeling in life than when you think something's going to fix you and it doesn't. And if Ben Johnson does not fix the Chicago Bears,
going back to the
wow.
There is no more fearful feeling in life.
Week 2?
Week 2. The Bears have a crushing migraine.
Wow.
Haven't had a 4,000-yard passer in the history of that franchise. Have not had a quarterback throw for over 30 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken, maybe only once in the history of that franchise. Haven't made the playoffs, I don't believe, since 2018, Mitch Trubisky, 12-4 season. Ben Johnson was supposed to be the ultimate elixir. If Ben Johnson does not fix the Chicago Bears and they start 0-2, if you start 0-2, there's like a 13% chance you make the playoffs. If you go to the doctor, that is Ben Johnson, the ultimate physician, and he cannot fix this team, who can? Who can? It's the Bears.
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, look. Look. Whenever you have a king of the jungle, that lion that runs the entire pride, right? He runs it for a while until he gets a little bit older, and then the younger lions start looking at him like he's food, right? Essentially what we had during the Super Bowl last year was the Philadelphia Eagles go in and whoop that lion's ass.
Yes,
okay?
they did. Yes,
the Philadelphia Eagles were the big lion from the other pride that went in and whooped that lion's ass. And guess what? The rest of the pride, that lion's domain looked at him like, dang, you weak. I can really handle you. Week 1, we saw a young lion go up to him and whoop his ass again. It was the Chargers, okay? Now look, that big bad lion is coming back in town. They're coming back into Arrowhead. The whole world's watching. Everyone in the league seeing, are the Chiefs really as cooked as they need to be? I need Patrick Mahomes and those Kansas City Chiefs to be the king of the jungle. I need Mufasa. I need Simba. I need you back. And I need you to go out there, beat the Eagles, and send a message, okay? Because if not, the Chiefs are going to be looked at like food from the rest of the league. And you cannot let that happen. I'm sorry. The Chiefs need to win this game.
You want to know what's crazy?
Simba.
You want to know what's crazy, though?
Simba.
When is the last time we had to give a Chiefs a pep talk like that?
Wow.
Man, if Andy Reid got to give his pep talk like that, man. Hey, man, it's coming down the wire.
It is pretty nasty.
Care Bear, it's time for last call, baby. It's time for last call.
It's time for last call in the Speakeasy. We're closing up the bar. We got one last topic to talk about for you guys before we get up out of here. This weekend, we have one of the biggest matches in boxing history. I'm talking undefeated, multiple weight class, undisputed world champion Terrence Bud Crawford taking on the greatest of this generation, Canelo Alvarez. Fellas, how we feeling about this matchup heading into the weekend? I'll leave you guys with the closing thoughts. Me personally, I got Bud getting it done. A late stoppage, shocking the world.
Really?
Shocking the world.
Stoppage.
I'm going with Canelo for obvious reasons. Canelo has been elite for the longest period in time. But honestly, I need a good fight. 2016, I went to Vegas to watch Mayweather versus Pacquiao. That was legitimately the fight of the generation. Like, that was the fight of the century, and it underwhelmed. 12-round bout. I was sitting there in Vegas, not ringside, but about 10 rows back, and I was like, come on, man. I needed more than this. Canelo's the type of fighter, though, that's not going to dance. They finna throw some punches. They gonna throw some punches. I got Canelo, though.
Okay.
I got Bud.
Really?
Wow.
Bud is more athletic. Canelo may have a little bit more power, but Canelo struggles with athletic boxers. The last really good athletic boxer he's seen in Floyd Mayweather when he was in his prime as well, and when he was a young Canelo, he lost that fight. And he couldn't hit Floyd. I think once Bud feels his power and feels he could take them shots, bite down on that mouthpiece. And start throwing them punches, and it's time to go. And then when you look at the size factor, I know everybody say you're going up in weight class and all that, but when you look at the size, Bud look bigger. And Bud punching. Canelo punching too, but Bud punching too. I got Bud. No stoppage. I think this goes all 12. Decision. But
gonna be an amazing fight this weekend. We didn't get a chance to look at it before we get out of here, but I do want to give a shout out to Kenro200 for the $20 super chat. Again, the super chat's going crazy. Also, 40 Iceman04 for a $10 super chat. Sorry we didn't get to your questions. We will be back on Sunday night, though, right here after Sunday Night Football. We cannot wait to bring you guys more content here on Speakeasy. Let them know. Let them know what we got going on.
Hey, you already know what it is. Sunday night, we got the Falcons, I believe.
Absolutely.
Falcons-Vikings. Falcons-Vikings. Sunday night. We should have, we will, y'all know what it is in the Speakeasy. We gonna have somebody that played in the game, somebody that balled in the game, somebody that started in the game. right here in the Speakeasy. It's where the stars hang out. What can I say? Hey, turn up my theme music, please. Turn up my theme music,
Turn
please.
up my theme music.
Hey, we appreciate y'all watching. Immediately following the games, there's no better place to be in this sports world than the Speakeasy. K-Bear, dance us out this story, bro.
Hey.
Get it.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm South Dallas, I go.
Hey.